Hello everyone. In this video of React tutorial, we'll be seeing some example documents where uh, we would like to know how to think in React way. So let's get started. So for example, so far we have finished most of the main concept in React, right? From starting with hello world till the last one, we learn about composition and inheritance in ReactJS. So let's think about a scenario, right? So for example, this one. So if you are given some mock screen of this, and you would be required to design this page, and you will receive some kinds of JSON data always, since you are working with React, right? And JSON data is usually will be like similar to this. So now as a engineer, your responsibility will be to convert this data into this UI. Usually in the production you're gonna get more complicated UI, so your responsibility will be to break down each and every component in a small component, and then design the UI, and then get the data and update, pull the data and then display on the UI itself. So we're gonna think like how to design this, right? So if you notice that we have a search box, and we have a checkbox where if you click, it should display only those items which are available, which means the basketball and iPhone 5 should not be available in the list. And then we have this title, name and price, and then we have category, sporting goods, and then electronics. And if you notice the data here, we have this category name for each of the product. We have the price, and the stocked flag shows that is it available or not, and the name of the product. So for example, football, baseball, basketball. And under the electronics we have this iPod, iPhone and Nexus 7. So if we want to break this UI, so what is the smallest component we can break? Because in React the core concept is we always break the complex UI into small component, and we pull all the component together to create this long UI. So here we have this input box and checkbox. These together can go as a single component. And if you notice that we have this title and we have this display things, this can be two separate component, right? And then if we loop over this element, we can have the list of item displaying here. So but then question is, we need to display the electronics and then sporting goods, right, in a category. So one way of doing it, like we can group by the category. So in React, we have this grouping mechanism which we can do, right? In JavaScript, if we want to group by any data, we can do that, which will be like similar to a like under the category we will have this sporting goods, and then we have this three data as a list, and under the category electronics we will have this all this element. But let's not go on the complicated route. What we can do is, like, since we know that this is sorted by the category, right, so we always can check, right, if the previous category is same as the current category, then we keep the sporting goods. Otherwise, if it's a new category, then we display first the electronics as a category name, and then we render all the element. So that's how we can display, right, which example is shown in the below. Let's see how we divide the whole elements. So we have this whole UI box, and inside the UI we have this small component which will gonna singly responsible for filtering and inputting any data. So if you read through, right, it will talk about some of the single responsibility principle, so which you can go and wiki where you have one of solid principle is single responsibility, which means that each component should be responsible for its single responsibility. It shouldn't know talk about other component or other responsibility should handle. So if you break down this solid, you have this single responsibility in one of the solid principle. Then we have this another component which will gonna have the table. Then we have this title, and then we have this element. And notice that for basketball, if the goods is not in stock, then we have the red color. So we can break it down for a small component, right? So we have this filterable product table which is in orange color. We have this search bar in blue color, which is this. We have this product table which is in green color. This whole thing is a product table. And we have this category row, which will be this row category, and product row will be this product row itself in the red color. So the example hierarchy will be similar to this. We have this filter product table, and then under this we have this search bar and a product table, and under product table we have this category and the row. So there is example shown in here. So I have copied this code to a separate snippet to make it more easy to read, so we can go there. So what I have done is like we have created all the components we need, and then we have this app component where we have this filter product table, and then we add those constant product data here, whatever available, and we can go to the filter product table and we pass this as a props in the all the product. Okay, so this will be a list of product. So if we go there, we know that from here we receive as a props the product, and we have this search bar here. So far we haven't implemented anything here, whatever we write, right? If required, we can do that. We can have a state here or something like that, or what we can do is like we can have a event here, and if any event happen, we can on change event we can pass, but I would recommend to put here itself. So it should be here, because in the last tutorial we learned, right, lifting of state, that it should be nearby to its root component. So when we on change of this search bar, we can have a filter on this product data, and based on that we can return the product. Let's see, we would be happy to implement that. And then we have this product table after, and this in the product table, if you notice that we have this condition of the category which we explained, right? So if we have this category initially of null, if you notice here is null, and then we says that if product dot category not equal to last category, then we push the header, which will be this. So initially it is a null value, and then the current category will be sporting goods and not equal to last category, which is a null value. If yes, then we push the row, which will have the product category row. And if you go there, here is just a table where we show the category, where the call span is 2, which means it will take both of the span. And then if we and then we have to push this product itself into this row, and this is the row which we have here. And then in the row also it's similar to that. We have this name, which we extract from the product itself, and where we check the stocked, because in the JSON, if you notice that we have this stock true or false. Based on that, if it's true, then we just send the name, otherwise we highlight the name with the red color, which we see here. And then we push everything, and then we set the last element, last category equal to product dot category. And then next time it come another product in the for each, we know that category and this category last category is same, because here we set the last category. And when it come to electronics, right, it will found again here, and it gonna present this electronics, and then we gonna push that data. So it will create a array of rows, and then rest is easy. In the t body we can pass the row itself, which is gonna display all the data here, whatever available. So that's it. Let's see if we can implement this search bar. So what we can do is like we can have a on change event. So we can have on change. We can pass the data in a props. We can say there's on text change, and since we don't pass the props here, so we can go to the filter product table, and we can say that this is the thing, and then we can say bind this, because it's a class component, and we can have constant, no need constant, I believe. It will pass a event. So we can have a log here. So if you notice, here we have passed this on change event. Let's try it out. Now we can go to the console and see if we write here anything. We have this all the data, right, and we can get the value from here. We can say that what we can do is like we can have a state here. We can have text equal to null, and then we can have set state. So we can set the, each time we set the value, we can set the data here. Okay, and now here we can filter the product itself by the name. So what we can do is like we can say filter p another way, let's not do the whole thing. What we can do is like we can say let's not do stringify here. So I was thinking like if we can do a stringify, but let's do the simple way. So we can say name dot equal this dot state dot text. Okay, so if we can pass here, so for example here we have this empty, right? We can write something like, let's say a football. Let's write football. Okay, so there is something wrong we are doing. Let's FG. Okay. Then let's not do the filter here. We can create a state of this product. PROD product. We say that filter product, which we can set initially as this profs dot products. Okay, so here we can say state dot so now we have the everything right. And what we're gonna do is like this dot set state. We can say this dot state and then for the product filter product we're gonna set whatever filter, so we can filter here, right? So if let's get the value first. If value not equal to empty or value not equal to undefined, then we will use this filter here. So we'll say that set state equal to this dot props dot products dot filter we're gonna use the JSON dot stringify p dot con includes value. Let's try it out. So we'll say that baseball. Okay, now is available. So we have this baseball and basketball. Let's say we put iPod. Okay, iPod is also available. We can remove the case sensitive things also. Dot to lowercase and this value also can to lowercase. Now if we search by this iPod, it work also, baseball also work. So hopefully this will be useful, and try to read through the code what it is used. So I believe this value can be fixed also, like no need to put undefined, because I don't think so undefined is required since we already defined here. We can just say if value, then this will work also. We don't need this text because we are not showing the text anywhere, so we can just remove this also. And then let's do some indentation. And yeah, so we can search football, basketball. Hope this is useful, and see you on the next video. That's it for this video. Bye.